Reveal a natural, radiant glow with Tizo Tinted Moisturizing Serum. With skin-loving ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and ceramides, this serum delivers long-lasting hydration, leaving skin feeling nourished and refreshed. 5 luminous shades provide a radiant hint of buildable color with a glowing, sheer finish that enhances your tone and texture. Gentle, all-mineral SPF 30 and antioxidants protect against UV and environmental damage. Experience skincare that hydrates, protects, and perfects with Tizo's Tinted Moisturizing Serum. Visit tizoskin.com for details. Are you interested in providing results-driven treatment services? Join a team of like-minded individuals who share your passion and support your success. With more than 1,000 franchised locations in 49 states, Massage Envy is not only the nation's #1 provider of massage services collectively across its franchise network, but also a national leader in skincare. Start or grow your career at a Massage Envy franchised location. Visit massageenvy.com/SDcareers for full details.
Hello and welcome to ASCP's Esty Talk. I'm your co-host Maggie Staszcuk, ASCP's Program Director.
And I'm Ella Cressman, licensed esthetician and content contributor for ASCP.
All right, Ella, we are digging into how med spas are shifting away from traditional aesthetic services and expanding into whole body health. So I feel like we've been talking about whole body health for a few podcasts now. This is like the major trend. It's not just about Botox and laser anymore for these med spas. It's peptides, metabolic health, hormone balancing, even internal medicine. So if it feels like med spas are turning into wellness clinics, that's because they kind of are. So let's rewind for a second. Med spas used to be super focused on the surface. I don't know if that's quite the way to put it, but injectables, skin tightening, laser hair removal, But now we're seeing a big pivot into this full body health movement. And I want to point out some stats to you. According to Beauty Independent, more and more med spas are hiring internal medicine doctors. So actual MDs trained to treat your insides, not just the fine lines. So internal medicine physicians now own about 7% of med spas, nearly double from a few years ago. General practitioners are now about 26%. I think that's a really interesting stat because we think about doctors being like the medical director. We aren't thinking about what kind of doctor are they. But this is an interesting stat to me. So this isn't just Botox with better lighting. This is diagnostics, prescriptions, health optimization. That means the medical part of medical spa has a whole new meaning.
You're kind of hitting it on the head with that last statement. Like when you look at the origin of the word spa and how it was restorative for the body, for the whole body, and the Roman soldiers were taking baths in these spa waters for healing, and the medical. It was originally a meld for what was perceived aesthetics at the time as just like the outside, the skin. And then the medical part came to be like, oh, we can do that too. But the fact that you're able to treat a whole person, I think, is meeting the demand of the consumers who now understand whole person stuff and also understand this is neck down also. And you see it in this medical spa, and the profitability is obviously a little higher than like a general practice, I would say, where you're having to deal with insurance and all the other drama that happens with that. Or even, dare I say, some plastic surgeons' offices who also have like an adjunct med spa or something like that. It's an 8 to 5 gig that they are, making profit on.
Yeah, 100%. So what's driving this is consumers are asking for it. They want root cause solutions, not just surface treatments. So they're looking for increased energy, increased libido, better sleep, weight management, and all while sipping their cucumber water in their plush robe.
That describes me. This describes me, especially, all of that.
So I would say that this wellness boom isn't slowing down. longevity, biohacking, which we've talked about, functional medicine, which we've talked about. It's all bleeding into the aesthetics industry.
They're connected.
They are 100%. And if you think your next consultation will just include skin analysis, think again, it might include a cortisol test.
It makes sense. There's a huge influence of cortisol on all of the things that you mentioned before. Energy, libido, sleep, even weight, and all of that has an effect on what is outside, and that is our skin.
Yeah, 100%. In a podcast that we recently just did about holistic aesthetics, emotion and aesthetics, cortisol plays right into that as well, what you're seeing on the skin and how your emotions are affecting whole body health. So let's talk money for a second. According to GuidePoint QSite, 60% of med spas now offer GLP-1s.
I'm on one. I told you that. And it is everywhere. And it's interesting to find out who's doing what at what deal and what are they mixing it with, because it's all from compound pharmacy. So yeah, it's a big thing.
It's so interesting. So those clinics saw a 5% bump in average patient spend up to just a little under $1,500 per person in 2024.
I believe it.
So their overall revenue grew 9%, while med spas that skipped GLP-1s actually saw a 2% decline. That's so fascinating to me. This just is pointing to the massive shift from traditional aesthetics into that whole body health industry.
I wonder, yeah, and I think it was 2022 or 2023. Remember the Pinterest survey that showed searches for body care was up 1,500%, and searches for like tightening body creams was up 900% or something like that. Again, meeting the client's demand where, yeah, we understand what's going on with the face, but really I want to now look down and see like a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So 40% of patients getting GLP-1s are brand new to these practices, which that's smart. They're bringing in a whole new demographic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like a gateway for them into other services.
It's marketing.
It's marketing.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So let's talk about this new med spa menu. There are other things, not just GLP-1s. We're seeing IV drips for hydration and energy, peptide injections for fat loss, libido and repair, hormone replacement therapy, functional lab testing. This could be for anything: thyroid, adrenal, gut health, weight loss protocols, the GLP-1s that we just talked about, prescription libido treatments.
Yes, we're going there.
Yes, we're going there. Yeah. So let's talk about that last one, the little pink pill. This is being introduced in med spas as a libido solution for women, especially those dealing with hypoactive sexual desire. This is hormone-free, it's FDA approved, and it's dispensed directly through med spas.
Oh my gosh. That sounds so exciting, no pun intended. But when you're satisfied in that area, it seems like a lot of things go right, or physiologically, maybe there is more hormone regulation, if you will, including reduced cortisol to where you can take things with a grain of salt, perhaps, or you're happy.
True.
And if you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. So it's like a little, you know what I mean? And kind of like a trickle down.
Oh my God, Ella, that was awesome.
Oh, thanks.
What got me is that this is dispensed directly through med spas.
Interesting, and not like a pharmacy or something. I wonder if, interesting.
Yeah. And here's another one that got me. This costs about $199 a month retail, or $599 for 90 days. So honestly, I don't know how much the little blue pill costs, but I know it's not this much.
It's not this much, in fact, and you can get it for a prescription because there's a dysfunction associated with it, medical dysfunction. I wonder if this will change to be something that can be offered through insurance, or maybe not, like the GLP-1s aren't. But let's be honest, the customers that are going to these med spa places are obviously searching for GLP-1s outside of a prescription from a primary care, for example. So they're already prepared for that too.
True.
The pink tax sucks.
Yeah. So sales on this pill jumped 77% last year, and the manufacturer expects it to double again in 2025.
That's amazing. That's remarkable.
They want beautiful skin.
Well, apparently it starts from within.
There's more than one way to get it.
So that would be like $2,400 a year.
Yeah.
To feel better and look better.
Yeah. So I would say it's not just a product shift, it's a cultural shift.
So you mean to tell me that 77% jump means how many people are dissatisfied out there or want more?
Yes.
So it's been around for 20. Okay. So this product specifically has been around for 10 years.
Yeah.
But in the last couple of years, it's really jumped in popularity. Probably because, to your point, the client is walking in, the 40% or the 60% of clients who were never walking into a med spa before, who are now seeing a pamphlet, who are already there spending money, are like, oh yeah, me too.
Yeah. You do need a prescription for this. It's from the doctor at the med spa.
And then but I could see why there's an increased awareness. If this has been around for 10 years and I had no idea.
Yeah. So this is expected to land in 400 med spas by the end of the year. So it's not really widespread. And I think you can take that into account when you're looking at these stats that say it's going to jump 77% from last year.
Yeah. So the word is just now getting out.
Yes, just now getting out. So basically, if you've ever felt tired, inflamed, bloated, vaguely off, there's a med spa out there trying to treat it. While all these internal treatments are growing, regenerative aesthetics is having a moment too. And we've talked a lot about these things like growth factors, exosomes, biostimulatory injectables like Sculptra. These are all trending. And people want long-term collagen stimulation, not just short-term plump, like a Botox injection, for instance. And that also tracks with spending. So according to GuidePoint QSite, clients now spend about $313 per year on skincare products. This stat shocked me.
I know. I was going to say, no.
I would say maybe 313 in one visit.
That's what I mean. And that's a low ball.
That's low ball. Yeah, for sure. 313 could be one or two products.
And where are they getting this from? And then also, I've had those threads put in, which are PDO threads. I've had those threads put in. I had them on my cheek, right by my eye, because I like the injector I was going to at the time. Long story short, I had the threads. I loved them. To your point about these long-term stimulatory options, but I have never gotten away from my med spa without paying less than $900, really. And that's mostly for like neurotoxins. Granted, I get it in my jaw for TMJ, get it in my chin, like a couple are functional places specifically, but no, I want to know where they're going.
Yeah. I think specifically they're talking about spend on skincare products. So if we're saying your injections, your PDO thread lifts, that would all be the treatment.
Okay.
What are you spending on your retail?
Well, listen, I'm getting mine at wholesale and I'm spending more than $300 a month.
Same. Yeah. So I question this number as well. The other thing that I thought was really interesting is body contouring is not thriving. It's actually down 50% since 2019. And the biggest barrier people are saying is price. Also, apparently 37% of providers say patients don't even know what it is. This also shocked me. And maybe it depends on where you are in the country, but there's like a body contouring place on every frickin' corner. You see ads everywhere. And it could be just misunderstanding. There's a lot of different types of device modalities. But to say people don't understand, I don't understand.
I don't understand either. But do you think that this could be the shift in importance? Like they're not looking at that right now? Because the contouring part, when it was popular to have this voluptuous hourglass feminine figure, was important to smooth everything out and have it be nice and plump looking. But now it's like, I just want it off of me, perhaps. I want my skin tightened. So they're aware of those types of services instead.
Yeah, I think that's spot on. I think this came out and became popular in 2018, 2019. It was such a boom. And then we had this cultural shift. There was this body movement about accepting who you are. You saw ads everywhere where companies no longer were showing like the Kate Moss figure. And you had big, voluptuous, beautiful models. And therefore, body contouring took a dive.
I would think so.
So what does all of this mean for estheticians? Because not every esthetician is in the med spa industry. I would say skin is still the gateway.
Yeah, I think so too. The other thing I was going to ask is, are med spas really focused on selling skincare the same way that estheticians are? I don't think so. No, and I'm just saying generally, I'm not saying everybody, so don't come at me. But in Colorado, it's a lot different too, because we have way more med spas than even regular spas, I feel.
Yeah, I think you make a really good point. Depends on your scope of practice. There's a lot of states where estheticians can work under a medical director, or without that medical director, they still have a lot of leeway in terms of the services that are they're allowed to do compared to other states. What I would say is, when we're talking about skincare as a gateway, clients come in, you're seeing their skin. There's always something that you can work on or a goal to achieve. And that then allows you to upsell, for lack of a better word, into some of these other things that the med spa is trying to do when we're talking about the whole body health.
The other thing to consider is collaboration too. Making a connection with a med spa, especially like a smaller med spa maybe, or one that doesn't have the same type of services. Because if they are looking at holistic things, they're understanding that there is a place for the meld of a good facial too. So you can cross refer to each other.
Yeah, brilliant. I love it. I think it also means that we need to stay educated. Even if you're not performing these services, understanding them, because your client's going to come in the door, lay on your bed, have questions, say they saw a pamphlet in the lobby or they saw it on social media and they want to know. So you being able to refer to this person that you have partnered up with or that you're working under with, or it's the business next door, I think is really important.
Or to understand how GLP-1s affect the skin, because it's not just a laxity issue, it's also malnourishment of the skin. And then also how hormone replacement affects the skin, how some of these might alter your treatment offerings, how you're preparing for a deeper laser peel or something like that. So it's good. Also, how they can support the results. Yep. Maybe you have a body cream that they can use after they're getting this and that and the other done.
Yeah. So to be clear, not every med spa is handing out libido pills with your lymphatic drainage, but the shift is real. People want integrated results. They want to look good, feel good, and ideally not have to go to 5 different places to make that happen. As professionals, we should be ready for those conversations. Whether you're in a spa or a hybrid setting, the wellness world is knocking on the treatment room door. And yes, someone will ask if their breakouts are linked to low progesterone while you're setting up for an enzyme peel. So listeners, we want to hear from you. Are you seeing this shift in your own practice? Are your clients bringing more internal health questions into your space? Share with us on social media through Instagram, Facebook, or by emailing getconnected@ascpskincare.com. Thank you for listening to ASCP Esty Talk, and as always, for more information on this episode, or for ways to connect with Ella and myself, or to learn more about ASCP, check out the show notes.
This podcast is sponsored by LAMPROBE. LAMPROBE is a popular aesthetic tool that enables skincare practitioners to rapidly treat a wide variety of common minor skin irregularities, or MSI. Red MSI treated by LAMPROBE include dilated capillaries and cherry angiomas, yellow MSI, cholesterol deposits and sebaceous hyperplasia, and brown MSI treated include skin tags and more. LAMPROBE MSI treatments are non-invasive and deliver immediate results. LAMPROBE can empower your skin practice with these new and highly in-demand services. For more information, visit lamprobe.com. That's LAMPROBE.com. And follow LAMPROBE on social media @LAMPROBE.